I'm sick, so excuse me if I sound terrible, if I look terrible, if I am terrible. But as they say, the grind never stops. That's not true. So a few months ago, my fiance bought a Mk3 Golf Cabriolet, convertible, and I love it. Like it's just such a good car. However, in the summer we were enjoying it. She had the roof down, driving around all cool, and after a while the roof stopped working. Upon a little bit of investigation, like this much investigation, I found out it was the pump, which it wasn't the pump at all. We changed the pump, it took me about 10 minutes, and it still didn't work. So upon this much investigation, I found out there was a leak in a very common place for there to be leaks, which means one of the pipes is split, hopefully. So then I went around the web trying to find these hoses for a Mk3 Golf, which surprisingly is a lot harder than I thought when you're as lazy as me and you can't be bothered. Then I found this random Volkswagen spare place on eBay that actually, they had some, they were the wrong ones, but they told me that they had the right ones and they'd sell them for me for a good price if I bought the whole set versus if I just bought one. So I thought, I'll buy the whole set. I don't care about changing the whole set today though. I'm only going to change one or two, I think, because they come bundled together. But basically, in preparation for this video, I was reading on how to do it because I didn't want to look like an idiot on camera. And someone was just like, yeah, whatever you do, don't buy second hand, only buy brand new, blah, 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 blah. So we might be in a bit of trouble, boys. Now, annoyingly, I left the tripod for the camera down at my friend's unit because he's fitting air on his car and he's actually recording it all for me, which is really cool. So I have nowhere cool to put this. I have like a little holder thing which I use all the time, but I felt like I was overusing it, so I started using the tripod, and now I don't have the tripod. Which I say is annoying because I wanted to bring up the quality of these things a little bit more and stop using that tripod so every shot that I get is like on the floor. Anyway, now it's time for the big Mk3 reveal. It's completely standard, by the way, like completely standard. We have got plans to lower it and stuff, but she does need to use it every single day for work, and she's never really driven a low car. But yeah, like I say, let's get the roof fixed. Also, I can't talk as much because my neighbours are outside. I'm camera shy, alright? Wow, the neighbour knows a lot closer than I thought he was. He's literally right there. So, what's he going to be like if I start chatting to a camera? Starts first time? That was almost... Okay, so we're fully aware that the leak is actually under here. If we try and take this seat up, I can never remember how, so I think I'm just gonna rip it up. And there you go. A lot of residue from this side. However, I've just noticed there's quite a bit on the other side too. Whoa, what is this? That's definitely... Okay, we might be changing both sides. Apparently it doesn't take too long, so... we'll see. I have decided it's a pretty dirty job. Not like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that dirty and I can avoid getting dirty. But for the sake of wearing a white t-shirt... I don't know if you'll be able to actually see that right there, but this exact pipe is the one that will be leaking. I can see all the fluids coming out exactly here, which is kind of a funny place for it to leak. But yeah, so we'll get that changed, which also comes with this pipe here, and they both go up into here. That's the bottom, that's the top there. So look at all that rubber stuff like falling off of it, it's gross. So I can see the pipes come through here, they go like under the carpet. Sorry, my hand's so out of focus right now. They go under the carpet there, under, through, out this little tube here, please focus. There you go, out there, and into the thingy. I'm actually not going to unplumb any of this until I've pulled it all through, just so I know exactly what goes where, because that'll be the biggest mistake in the world. That actually fully makes it a lot easier. Holy crap. So it's just under here. Wire straight through. The other side is a little bit more complex. It comes, I don't even know if you can see this, but it comes around the back here and all the way around the other side. But I'm going to really look at that side, see if we really need to change it right now. But yeah, wow, that should be really easy. what I think is going to be a little bit hard is I have to run 2 at the same time, and they're like almost joint by that little coil thing. And I can just cut it away or whatever, which I might have to do, because otherwise how am I going to know what goes in the top and what goes in the bottom? Because I know it's quite specific. To get a marker pen, step 1, and mark the one that comes out the bottom, but not the one that comes out the top. And then whatever that looks like on the other side, I'll be able to tell. Okay, that makes sense. All right. And yeah, I used mole grips because I didn't have a 14mm, but I feel like I'm going to have to go to Halfords in a sec to buy one, because the other side is not going to be this easy. Alright, I found a 15, which is not great, but good enough. When it comes to tightening it up, maybe I'll go and buy a 14. Done a little bit of detective work, proud of myself. Found out that the bottom one plugs into here, and the top one. So this is the bottom passenger side, and I think this is the bottom driver's side. I haven't checked yet, but that'll be easy to check once I've got this one out. So now's the easy bit, just plumbing it all back in. Alright, that was a bit tedious, and I think this is probably quite boring to watch, but carry on. I'm just gonna get some blue roll and clean up under here, because there is a lot of fluid from the old, well, from that leaky pipe we just had. Oh, hello bright boy, look like an angel. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. That should be fixed. I'm just gonna go around the other side, have a little poke around, and just check, because there is some residue over there, but I'm not 100% sure if it's green. If it's green, it's definitely the fluid. If it's not, I'm gonna leave it and worry about that another day. All right, I've made the grown-up decision to do the other side, which is long, and it's definitely gonna take longer to do. Because I'm recording it, I feel like I have to record it. And even though this is gonna be a boring video, I'm gonna still record it. But instead of showing you what to do, because you don't care, I'm going to just whip it out in a little time lapse that hopefully goes something like this. Ping that off, take them screws out, pull the trim off but not before you unplug that cable, then carry on pulling the trim off. Undo the bottom hose, realise you were wrong all along, and make a quick update. I have to interrupt this because I just found the funniest thing. Look here, I was going to put this back together. Look at this. This was probably the problematic side. The other side was definitely leaking, but this was definitely it. Mate, always double check. Pull the old cables out, unscrew them from the pump, plug in the new ones, pull them all through, do them all up as tight as you possibly can with the wrong spanner. Now it's time for the worst bit. Wait for it. The pump. Take the bolt lid thingy off. Realise you don't have a funnel, so you have to use the lid of the oil bottle. Carefully pour it in. I said carefully pour it in. Not once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times should just be enough. Everywhere on the internet is saying to leave the cap off of that while you do the first roof pump thingy. It gets the air out of the system. We're going to test it right now, live in person. Are you ready for this? That's great. Oh, waste something. So that's probably a bit this clip, not put enough in the system. Which is fine. I'm gonna go screw it back on and see. Alright, so going down is the hard part because it takes more like suction, I guess. I'm going to try and be brave run the roof up and down 3 times, they say, with the cap off, and then that's the system, hopefully with no air in it at all, so it shouldn't be like pausing the way it is. So we'll see. What's the worst that can happen? Just have to buy more of those pipes. I think we're great. Okay, now I'm going to check the system for the last time and hope that that's good enough. It could maybe do with a little top up. I'm going to put a little bit more in it just so it's... Or should I not? It's hard. Okay, I'm not going to put anything in it. I've decided that. I'm going to put the thing back in the top, and we should then be good to clean up. I'm going to just put things back together. I don't think if you've even watched it this far in the video, you want to see me just reassemble a car. Then we'll go for a drive. As much as I love this car, I don't often drive with the roof down, I'm not gonna lie. It is far too cold. I'm sick, and I'm making myself sicker by driving down the road with the roof down. I've got the camera balanced on the mirror, probably not the best idea. You know what? Let's pull over on these double yellows here, and let me just do the bloody window up, the roof up, because this is dreadful. Which we can do now, which is great. And then I'm going to see if I can move the camera. Oh, this is awesome. I feel a bit girly, I'm not going to lie. Not that, I'm not saying convertibles are just for girls, but this one is. Literally, it belongs to a female. Do all the bloody windows up. I was a bit worried that because I left the ignition on for so long, that it wouldn't Here we go. Alright, let's see if I can move you as well. Alright, I didn't hit record again when I put the camera down on the dashboard and went for a little drive, so I actually recorded a whole outro without hitting record. Lucky I'm editing this on the same day, so I know that, and I can record this clip rather than just have a little bit at the end saying, "Soz forgot to end it, lol." But I forgot to mention that she doesn't even know that I was fixing the car today, because I didn't want her to know in case it didn't get fixed, as in case the problem wasn't fixed. I feel like that'd be easier than her watching me fix it all day and then realise it doesn't fix it. But she'll come home and it's fixed, which is great. Just in time for winter. One on the worst. Anyway, just a quick outro. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope people actually made it this far into it. At the moment I'm just kind of picking up the camera when I'm near a car, and it feels kind of right to do that, but I feel like I can produce some really boring content. We have 2 videos coming soon. One about the van, because we installed a leisure battery and stuff in it, and then one about my friend's air ride. He's like refitting the whole thing, like completely. So that's coming soon. I don't know if that's even like, is that an exciting thing? Is that something you want to see? Let me know what you want to see, or don't let me know what you want to see. Let me know if you hate my shit, if I shouldn't ever make anything ever again. And I probably will still, but you know what I mean. Anyway, thanks for watching. Startups.co.uk, at Startups on Instagram, startups.com, startupshow.co.uk. that's not a thing yet. And hit subscribe. Goodbye.